Hey again from the garden, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So I'm filming this video on Thursday, December 21st, and I just planted more peonies in the ground. Can you even believe that? I don't think I have ever been planting out in the garden this late before. It's 45 degrees today. Tomorrow and Saturday it's going to be in the 50s, and then we're supposed to get 2 days of rain. So this really was the perfect time to plant these because of the nice temperatures, the ground is not frozen, and then we're going to get rain up to an inch that's really going to saturate and water those in. And then it's going to get cold and we're finally going to have winter. But anyway, I planted 6 more peonies in the ground to finish my new peony area. So I'm going to take you over there. I want to go over how I plant the peonies, show you the spacing, and then I want to show you the varieties that I have planted. And then I still have 8 peonies that I need to plant, but I'm kind of stuck. I really don't want to plant them in the ground because the area that I think I want them to go in, we have to keep open for construction traffic. So I'm going to show you that too. But first of all, now that I've been rambling, let me take you over and show you where the peonies went and how I planted them. All right, so this is the area where my new peony patch is going to be. This is a raised bed that I have had here for quite a number of years. I went over this in the last video, or one of the last videos I posted, but this area I always struggle to harvest out of. It's about 6 to 7 feet deep, and while I can stand in the path and reach in really easily about 3 feet to harvest annuals, it's always hard to get to the back. So I thought that using this for perennials like a peony, which I harvest very early in the spring before any other annuals are really tall, would be perfect. So you can see the peonies are planted towards the back. I have them spaced 3 feet this way and about 18 inches this way. And this area of exposed dirt that is at the front of the bed, I will leave open and plant annual seedlings here. So I'll be harvesting the peonies in May, and then starting probably July, August into October, I will harvest from the front. So I really think it's going to work out good. This is probably a 22 foot stretch, and I have 22 peonies in this area. I am absolutely thrilled to have this planting area, and while I won't be harvesting off of these plants for 2, maybe 3 years, this is, really going to set me up for the future. Now I want to go over and show you what the roots look like that I planted, but first I'm going to overlay some footage from this summer of when I was actually planting some peonies in the ground so you can see how they are planted. So when you plant your peony roots in the ground, you want to dig a hole that is big enough so that the roots have ample room to grow in the hole. And the eyes on the peonies are only planted 1 to 2 inches below the soil. So depending how big your roots are, you really don't have to dig the hole very deep, but you do want it plenty wide. Basically, the most important thing is to only plant those eyes 1 to 2 inches below the soil. So when I order peonies, I order them as a bare root because they are much more economical compared to going to your garden center and buying an established plant. That can get really, really pricey. So there's a lot of different wholesale places that you can order roots from. I think these came from Jake from the Facebook group Wholesale for the Small Scale Grower. I've gotten just a few from him. There is, I believe, Hollingsworth Peonies, which is right here in Iowa. I ordered some from them last year. And then Little Farmhouse Flowers in New York, who I took the tulip workshop through. I ordered most of my peony roots through her this year, and they were absolutely beautiful. Now, when I order the bare roots, I like to order the 3 to 5 eye size versus the 2 to 3 because that just gets me a little further ahead in growing. And when you look at the peony root, this is what it looks like. So the roots are coming down or out to the side. And then the red tips, those are the eyes, and those are the growth points. And so this one actually has 9. This has 9 growth points. One that I just planted in the ground had 12, which is crazy, but it makes me so happy. Here's another one that I need to find a home for. This one looks like it only has about 5 eyes, so they really can vary. But if you're ordering them as bare root, 3 to 5 eye is the way to go. Now, as far as the varieties that I planted in the ground today, and I will put pictures up on the screen, I did 3 of Angel Cheeks, and 3 of gardenia. Now these 2 that I have here, one of these is Bowl of Cream and the other one is Red Charm. And I love all these varieties. I'm really trying to get a really good mix of colors of like the pinks and whites and reds and corals. I do have some yellows out in the garden, so I think that that will be really fun. But as I mentioned before, I have some more inside, I think 6 to 8 that I need to plant. So I actually want to go grab those now. I want to go over those varieties and then tell you what my plan for those are. Okay, so I ended up just grabbing the packing list from what I have left to plant. Again, these are from Little Farmhouse Flowers in Jay, New York. And for these, I ordered these in quantities of 5. So I have Coral Charm, Shirley Temple, and Alexander Fleming. 3 very popular varieties. I ordered 15, but of these I only have 8 left to plant. And then, before I tell you what I'm gonna do with those, I did find a packing list for all the other varieties of peonies that I planted about a month ago in this space. So the ones that were already planted were a few more Coral Charm, a couple more Red Charm, 1 My Love, 2 Allerty, I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'll put the name on the screen, and then 3 Duchess de Nemours. Hopefully I'm saying that right too. So as you can see, I'm gonna have a lot of beautiful varieties. But as far as the 8 that I have left to plant, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up potting these up and putting them down in my root cellar to root over the winter and then planting them out in the spring. And the reason that I'm doing that is here is a picture of the new planting area where I had some topsoil brought in earlier this fall. And this is where I want all of these plants to go, right in a row next to that existing raised bed. However, with the renovation on the neighboring building, that is right in the pathway where we have to move the dumpster out. Trucks are going to be going through. While the trucks won't be driving over that, that is the direct pathway that the dumpster has to go back over to get out of here. And I absolutely cannot plant those peony roots in that area if we have to have a big truck come in with a dumpster and move that out. And also, if we have trucks coming in during the winter, that's just dirt. They're not going to be able to tell it's a planting area, and I really don't want to risk losing those plants. So my plan is I have quite a few pots that are about 7 to 8 inches, actually maybe 10 inches. I have them down in storage. I'm going to grab some potting soil from my local garden center, and I'm going to pot these up and put them down in my root cellar to winter them over. Now you're probably asking, well, why are you putting them in your root cellar? A couple years ago, I had some crates out here and I tried to winter over peonies in crates. They froze and rotted. So I do not want to risk that again. So I just want to be able to kind of move them into dormancy without freezing them, but then they will root and establish over the winter. I have some bulbs I'm doing that with, and so if bulbs work, peonies should work. So anyway, I'm going to be potting those up next week. I'll probably do a video on that and share that with you, but stay tuned to see if that works. So anyway, that's going to do it for this quick video. I just wanted to give you an update on my peony patch and my last outdoor planting for 2023. Like I said, I cannot believe it's a few days to Christmas and I'm still planting, but hey, I will take it. So anyway, stay tuned for lots of updates. I have seed videos and garden plan videos coming up, so make sure to watch for those in January. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you soon.